What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sydney here with you today. I was like, damn, that light is on my face. Car just came around the corner. I'm just chilling in a side street. I wanted to bring this to you tonight. So, it turns out, and by the way, I provided a link in the description below. Yes, I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you for asking. Turns out that Germany is considering, quote unquote, educational state-funded feminist pornography to combat sexist stereotypes. By Connor Boyd for Mail Online. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the photo of Connor Boyd and asking him how many soy lattes he consumes on a daily basis. So this idea was voted on by Angela Merkel's Social Democratic Coalition partners in Berlin. Angela Merkel, the woman who single-handedly made Germany one of the rape capitals of the world. SPD to push for feminist porn to be on websites of broadcasters ARD and ZDF. The party says mainstream porn generally shows sexist and racial stereotypes. In the proposed feminist porn, there will be fat, skinny, young, and old people. Oh yeah, I bet that's going to be a real hoot to watch. And if you guys check out my thumbnail, I'm sure you can see why feminist porn is going to be a really, really bad idea. Germany is considering making state-funded feminist porn and broadcasting it to the public to combat sexist stereotypes. The material, which would include fat, skinny, young, and old people, will be available on the websites of public broadcasters ARD and ZDF if the idea goes ahead. The proposal was voted on by Angela Merkel's Social Democratic Coalition partners at a General Assembly in Berlin. I feel like I've already read that. Germany is set to make state-funded... Yeah, okay, we get it. Sorry, I was just reading a caption there. The delegates accepted a proposal from their youth wing, aka indoctrinated SJWs from university, to adopt the idea of government-funded feminist pornography, government-funded feminist pornography, for educational purposes as part of their party program. The SPD, the junior coalition partner of Angela Merkel's Christian Democratic Union, is the biggest party in Berlin, where it governs together with coalition partners the Greens and the far-left Die Linke. I think that's how you pronounce it. In the proposal, the SPD wrote, and I quote, "Mainstream porn generally shows sexist and racial stereotypes in which consent is not a theme, and certain optimal body types are made a standard." Oh, and what's that, feminists? By optimal you mean fat fucks aren't portrayed properly? By optimal you mean attractive and generally pretty fit women? Attractive and generally pretty fit dudes? Right? Oh, no, we can't have these sexist gender stereotypes making fat land whales and old grandmas with no teeth feel like they can't be part of porn too. Right? We need to bridge that gap. We need to be inclusive when it comes to our pornography. And we need to make the government fund it as well. In these quote, here we go, another quote. In these films, sex seems more like a performance or competitive sport. Everything seems to work right away. There is no communication between the performers. No trying out, failure, and trying new things. Oh yeah, because the last thing we want to see when we've got porn is someone saying, is that okay? Is that okay? Is it okay if I touch you there? Do you like that? Do I have your affirmative, enthusiastic consent? Oh, I'm sorry that my dick just came out and poked you in the ass and made you cry. It's okay. Let's just cuddle for 5 minutes while someone else is trying to watch the fucking porn they're paying for, and you know, we can all sit around and talk about how this experience made us stronger. No, when I watch porn, I want to see people fuck. I want dick going in vagina. I want to see shit that works, okay? Like, I don't want this to be a trial run, right? You don't think they rehearse this shit? That's the whole point of porn. It's rehearsed erotica, right? Like, this is scripted shit. Like, you've got producers that are saying, okay, in this scene, we're going to do this, right? I want you to bend her over, and I want you to fuck her in her ass, and we're going to come in at this camera angle, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Of course, it looks perfect every time. It's scripted and rehearsed, for fuck's sake. That's the whole point of porn. Right? If it wasn't scripted and rehearsed, it would be amateur porn. So go ahead and make your amateur feminist porn, but don't do it at the expense of the damn taxpayer. You spastics, you utter morons. You have no clue what people who actually watch porn want. Right? There's going to be a couple of feminists that did all their twat about the fact that you're kowtowing to them, right, over this porn. But nobody else is going to watch it. Nobody's going to give a shit. This is just virtue signaling. Plain and fucking simple. According to the SPD, oh, by the way, guys, sex seems more like a performance or competitive sport. Are they keeping score? Are they rating the contestants at the end? Like, how the fuck is it competitive sport? People are just fucking in front of a camera. You're so dumb. Wow. Oh, what's that, William Hamby? Merkel might be out as chancellor. Oh, geez. I wouldn't have seen that one coming. Man, Merkel is so gone in the next election. According to the SPD, which is short for a bunch of SJWs fresh out of university, it influences modern society in a negative way, as youths have unrealistic imaginations of sexual life. No, see, guys don't have any unrealistic perceptions of what sex is going to be like. They know it's porn. If anything, it's women it's women who are the ones that are expecting to be dicked down professionally, straight off the bat, the first time they have sex, right? Like, guys, we know we're going to come within fucking 10 seconds the first time we have sex, right? We know we're going to blow our load sometimes before we even pull our dick out of our pants, depending on how much we've been stimulated, right? That's the whole point of it being the first time you have sex, right? Dudes and chicks are stimulated totally differently, right? And no one seems to get that. And it's guys, we know we're going to fucking bust our load pretty quick the first time. Whereas women expect to be dicked down by a, 6'4" Chad with ripped abs, and anything short of that is just going to be a disappointment. And the fun bit about feminist porn is going to be watching all of the actors claim sexual harassment against each other for doing things that they didn't consent to, even if it's by accident. Even if a guy's like fucking the chick, right, and then accidentally slips out and goes in her ass. Oh, he anally raped me. I didn't consent to that. Can you imagine the shit show feminist porn's gonna be? Joke. Oh, here we go. Socialist, yep. Socialist youth member Heike Hoffman, 20, is one of the SPD members behind the proposal. She said, in feminist porn, there are fat, skinny, young and old people, and the sex is enjoyed by everyone. In mainstream porn, sex is like a competitive sport. The focus is only on the woman, who often is humiliated, and contraception does not matter. Young people should get more access to feminist porn. Yeah, so actually contraception does matter. We don't want to see guys wearing condoms when there's porn, right? We don't care, right? Like, you guys organize your own contraception, right? Make sure as a woman you're on the pill, right? And half the time the dude pulls out and squirts all over her face anyway. She's like, loves it, you know what I mean? Like, these chicks, they like being paid to be in porn and to get fucked by chads. They like it. Otherwise they wouldn't do it. They have the choice to not do porn, but they choose to. I thought that feminism was all about choice for women, but apparently the fat ones don't want the attractive ones to have that choice. They don't want the attractive ones to be able to make money with their vagina and their titties and their ass. The idea might have been inspired by Sweden. Well, imagine my fucking shock. Imagine my shock. Right? That the feminazi capital of the world, Sweden, the rape capital of the world, Sweden, as a result of these SJW feminists. Imagine my shock that this idea came from Sweden. Imagine my fucking surprise. Where in 2009, the State Film Institute spent 45,000 euros financing Dirty Diaries, a series of short porn films produced by female film artists. The SPD also proposes that German broadcasters ARD and ZDF buy some of those movies and offer them on their online media libraries. Really? Is this what porn has come to? Feminists are so jealous. They're so jealous of hot chicks getting fucked for money by hot dudes that they've got to turn it into feminist porn. They've got to bring in the land whales so that it's inclusive. They've got to bring in the old people who are missing out. You know, the old people with a sexual market value of approximately...
Take the next left onto Carlingford Road.
You know, sexual market value of 0. Oh, no. We can't not have those chicks getting paid. Oh, and by the way, those fat grandmas that have a sexual market value of -20, yeah, they need to be paid the same as all of your hot porn stars. Right? They need to be paid the same. Because otherwise it's patriarchy, setting unrealistic beauty standards and paying women less for the same work. It's like, no. If people don't want to watch you fuck, you're not going to get paid more. This is the most stupid thing. Right? Like, feminism is losing the plot. It's like you had Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. Fantastic movies. Right? Fantastic movies. So, oh, we need an Ocean's 8 because vagina. Right? Worst Oceans movie ever. Not because there's women in it, but because they put women in it purely for the sake of putting women in it. Not because they actually had a decent fucking plot, or the women were that good at acting the part, or capturing the audience. Oh, but of course, people not... Like, the fact that the movie is a complete flop compared to the Ocean series, oh, that's just misogyny. It's just men hate women. Men hate seeing successful, strong, empowered women succeeding in film. No, that's not it, you dumbasses. Absolute spastics. Yes, I did, buddy. Yes, I did. So, yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And, like, the place I work at, right? With the exception of one girl, every single woman in the office is either overweight or... Okay, so there's an older lady. She's an Asian lady. You know, she's quite trim. She's obviously looked after herself, taking care of her body. Then there's a younger girl who's, you know, she's, you know, not overweight. You know, she's just average chick. You know, she's really nice, actually. She's a really genuine chick. I can tell she had a good relationship with her dad when she was younger, because she has common sense. And she was telling me, she goes, it's so disgusting. All the girls upstairs in the office every day, you know, they're doing Macca's runs and getting slushies and ordering KFC and Red Rooster and getting Uber Eats and pizza and ordering Thai. Like, literally the first time I went into the office upstairs, right? Because I normally work downstairs and I never need to go into the office. First time I walked in there, I smelled fat people. Right? That's that smell of fat people, you know, the sweat and the stench of underarms and thighs. Disgusting. Right? And I walked in there and went up to one of the chicks that works there. And I came up behind her and she was on her phone at her desk, right? Not doing work, but she was on the Uber Eats application. She's like, oh, Uber Eats, I wonder what I'm gonna fucking fill my face with today. Like, why am I not surprised? How about you cook something at home for once? Like the normal chick who was downstairs, she brought her own food in, right? And she's like, she's like, they're trying to convert me to like fast food. She's like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, you just, you keep on your thing, because they're the ones that are going to lose out long term. It's just as simple as that. Right? Unreal. Oh man. Nation, if that's how you pronounce it, I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Works in healthcare in Canada. Oh boy. I bet that's a real barrel of laughs. Not one of the nurses or residents can cook a fucking meal. Starbucks and junk food galore. Yeah, why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised that the resident nurses are all junk food addicts? %90 female environment. And people wonder why stereotypes exist, right? That stereotypes are generalizations, because as Tom Likas, the Godfather, says, they're generalizations because they're generally fucking true. I just threw in the F word there for a bit of emphasis, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's whenever chicks are like, oh, but that's a generalization. Yeah, because it's generally true. Oh. There's going to be, they've ruined the F1 by, right? They took away the grid girls. Can't have the grid girls. Can't have the dart girls. We can't have anyone that's not a fat fucking feminist whale anywhere, right? It's just not allowed, because that's misogyny, right? That's unfair gender stereotypes. No, it's putting people in front of a camera who are easy on the eye, right? Because they're easy on the eye. Simple. Oh man, I'm actually really keen now to see this feminist porn, because I just ate some junk food, and if I could vomit that all up, that would be great, so that I don't it was just like a little ice cream thing. I barely ever have them, but I was just starving today on the way home. Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see. I'm really interested to see this feminist porn. And let me tell you why. And it's not because I've got a hankering for Big Red, Clementine Ford, or Van Badham. It's for none of those reasons. The reason that I'm looking forward to seeing this feminist porn is to see if they're making the women fuck fat ugly dudes who normally can't get laid, right? The same ones that they claim to be incels. I'm just looking forward to seeing if they've got all these fat old chicks getting rammed by chads, or whether they're actually going the whole hog. But let's be honest. They're not going to make the women fuck fat ugly dudes that they don't want to fuck. They're only going to make the hot guys fuck fat ugly bitches that they don't want to fuck. By the way, guys, I know that sometimes I may refer to people as bitches, but I didn't coin the term. Just search 3:43 ABC. Go and look at the feminist propaganda. They're calling themselves bitches, right? I don't need to do it. They did it first, right? So I'm just calling them what their preferred adjective is, because that's obviously what they want, right? They're calling themselves that, so they must want me to call them that, right? Right? Because at the end of the day, as Nietzschean says, the end goal is to normalize sex with unattractive, overweight slobs. Right? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna have an eye gouger ready, so that, you know, when I see this German public, state-funded, mind you, state-funded mainstream media feminist porn, I can gouge my eye out, so that I don't ever have to see it a second time, because once is enough for me. And if I've seen it once, I don't want to see it again, even if it's by accident. So what's the best way to prevent yourself from seeing? Well, make yourself blind. Take your eyes out. It's probably less painful than seeing that type of porn twice. Oh. Harmonic Live says Jermaine doing the splits. Look, you know, I don't know what Jermaine looked like back in the day, but you know, we know and she know she's hit the wall. You know, as do most people. But we also know that men do tend to age better than women, and a woman's attractiveness is an indication of her fertility. It's an indication of her readiness for reproduction. Right? That's cool. I'm fine with that, you know. Once there's gonna come a day where I don't have girls chasing me, and that's cool as well. But until then, I just need to say no and go MGTOW. If you want to donate, guys, head on over to patreon.com/sydneymgtow. And if you want to check out the mischief I've been up to on Twitter, head over to twitter.com/sydneymgtow, or even instagram.com/sydneymgtow. Good to see you, winners leaders. And I'm sorry that I only just caught you now. If you guys haven't checked out Winners Leaders, I want you to go over there and check out his channel right now for me, please. He did an incredible video the other day. I think it was on 7 things you can do to improve yourself that cost 0. And it was absolutely amazing points. He was really on the money with it. So if you guys want to work out how to put yourself up the ladder in terms of the dominance hierarchy, how to make yourself appear more alpha, fake it till you make it, go and check out Winners Leaders channel. And it's gonna see you guys next time. But until then, stay masculine, stay safe, and stay away from feminists. Peace.